All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Top Dogs Pod channel. Today is gonna be something I want to do for like showdown slates and like the classic slates and stuff every week. Just some Draftkings tips, the way that I'm gonna attack the games, just so you guys can get some insight on the way that I'm thinking about these Draftkings slates for every single week. So tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow night, we've got the Bengals and the Jags. But before we get into this, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Helps out a lot. I'm not sure when we're going to record the next podcast. I got to talk to Dom, see what he's doing today. Maybe we'll be able to record it today and have it out tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But let's get into this showdown slate. So there's a millionaire maker. 2.5 million Thursday night millionaire. 1 million to first. So I'm guessing someone's not going to win that fully. It's probably going to get split up. But I got the snap counts. I got the depth charts up and stuff. I don't know. I feel like there's kind of two ways that this game could go. I think it's either going to be a good close game, or Cincy gets out fast and tries to run clock with Joe Mixon, and Trevor Lawrence turns the ball over a lot. I'm kind of thinking that's the way that it's going to go. So I'm thinking you could go Joe Mixon captain, banking on that the Jags turn the ball over and the Bengals get a big lead fast. So my favorite value pick in this game is Tyler Boyd. Because I'm not gonna build a lineup. I'm just going through and selecting players and like listing what I'm thinking. Because my lineups I'm not gonna show you guys obviously, but I'm just gonna go through and say how I'm feeling about this stuff. Maybe in some of the classic ones I'll build a lineup and show you guys it. But my favorite value play in this tournament is Tyler Boyd. I think he's gonna have a really good game against Jacksonville. Their secondary corners, like they're obviously Shaquille Griffin, is solid at cornerback 1, but Tyler Boyd, I think he's gonna have a nice game. I forget who he's matching up against, but their second corner is nothing special. Shaquille Griffin at 1. He's going to be probably guarding Chase most of the game, and then Tyson Campbell. So I think Tyler Boyd's going to have a nice game. No T. Higgins. We're guessing T. Higgins is not going to play. He didn't practice on Tuesday. If he doesn't practice Wednesday, he's definitely going to be out. Even if he gets limited on Wednesday, I still don't think he's ready to go for Thursday. Because I said he got bad news yesterday when he got reevaluated. So Tyler Boyd, my favorite secondary play. Here. So here we go. And then moving on to Jacksonville. Well, actually, to be honest, you guys get to, if you're going Joe Mixon captain, you can kind of correlate it. And you could take the Bengals defense. So I think the Bengals defense could have a really good game. Trevor Lawrence has not looked good so far. They threw the ball a ton in week 1, and then they kind of toned it down a little bit in 2 and 3. But Trevor Lawrence does 7 interceptions on the year. And Cincinnati's defense has looked good. They've been getting a pass rush. They've been forcing turnovers. They've been okay against the run. So I don't really want to pick James Robinson, because in this type of lineup, we're thinking Cincy's going to be playing from ahead. So Jacksonville, we could see a game like that. Like they got blown out by Houston, so they had to throw it 51 times. They couldn't get the run game going with James Robinson. So I think we could see another game like that where Trevor Lawrence is going to be chucking the ball a lot. I think he could throw 50 times in this game. And if he does, your top targets there is going to be Marvin Jones, Chark, Shenault, like these kind of guys. So you could take them right there. And if we're taking the Bengals defense, I think we stay away from Lawrence because we're banking on him to turn the ball over a lot. But a couple interceptions, like if the Bengals get a pick 6 or something, that's going to boost the defense. If Trevor Lawrence only throws like 2 picks, that's only like -2. So you could possibly try to fit in Trevor Lawrence and go with a budget player. But I think I'd stay away from Trevor Lawrence and Bengals defense lineups. I'd try to double up on receivers, go Marvin Jones, Chark, Shenault, people like that. And then some of the budget plays that get down here, you could go McPherson. I think Cincy could struggle in the red zone against Jacksonville, so they could have to kick some field goals. I think Cincy's going to be moving the ball on them, so they could be in range for some 50-yarders. Not really feeling Lambeau, not feeling Jacksonville's defense. I don't like any of Jacksonville's tight ends, but if I was going to pick one of them, I'd probably pick Hollister. Jamal Agnew, I'd probably stay away from him. The only time he's really going to have a chance to score points is on kick returns. And then you got Mike Thomas, Auden Tate, Luke Farrell, people like that down here. which is where we're going to get into the snap counts. And then Carlos Hyde also, he's a pretty nice value play, but I think he's going to be very, very high draft percentage. So I think he's going to be drafted in a lot of lineups. So if you have him in it, your lineup's probably not going to be unique. And if it does pop off, you're probably going to be splitting that 1 million top prize. But I mean, I don't think anyone would really complain about that, splitting that top prize. But getting over to the snap counts, okay? So for these budget plays, all right? So you guys see Tyler Boyd 87% when T. Higgins did play. And then it stayed, like, it even went down without T. Higgins. So he's not, like, the top beneficiary for playing time. They usually use 3 receivers, so you're going to see Chase, Boyd, and Higgins out there a lot. But the person who really benefits is Auden Tate. Auden Tate moves up into that wide receiver 3 role because Boyd bumps up to the 2. And Auden Tate's actually going to get on the field, and he's going to get those targets. Mike Thomas is another one that you could take. He's really risky. I'd probably stay away from Irwin and Morgan, but Auden Tate is the one who's going to benefit from Higgins being out. I think Boyd's going to get more targets. He's going to benefit in the target share. And then I think Auden Tate's going to bump up in the playing time. So if he gets open on one play, you buy him for 400 and he gets a touchdown, that's going to boost your lineups a lot. I don't really know how much he's going to be drafted, but could be a good play. I don't really like Cincinnati's tight ends, to be honest, because Drew Sample gets in there, steals some snaps. Uzama hasn't really been targeted that much this year. So that's how I'm feeling about the Cincinnati sleepers down there. So I like Auden Tate. Mike Thomas could be. It's a toss up. Mike Thomas is a talented receiver too. They're both not bad. So I could see either one of these guys getting in there in wide receiver 3-4 and making a play. Uzama, I'd probably stay away from it. 4K. Dan Arnold, big question mark. Dan Arnold's a big question mark. I don't really know how to feel about him because short week, just got traded there, probably doesn't know the playbook, so I'm guessing he's not going to play. So if you're going to go for a tight end on Jacksonville, I'd probably go with Hollister. So let's get over to Jacksonville's snap count. So Marvin Jones, wide receiver 1, Chark, wide receiver 2, Chenault, wide receiver 3. He had a big drop in snaps week 3 compared to the first 2. They don't really have another receiver that gets in the game, so those are pretty much the only 3 receivers I'd be taking from Jacksonville. But the tight ends, this is where it gets really questionable, okay? So week 1, O'Shaughnessy was the guy, and then he obviously got injured. And then it kind of moved to Manhurts, and then Farrell came in and started playing more. And then last week, Jacob Hollister comes out of nowhere. And I think that's who you should go with this week. He looked like the top pass catcher out of that tight end room. So Jacob Hollister, he's also the cheapest, I'm pretty sure. So he could be a play there. So you could look at Hollister. And then obviously Carlos Hyde at like 1,800. He's playing 34% of the snaps. Urban Meyer loves him. He's going to be getting some carries in there in goal line situations. So he could snag you a quick touchdown or 2 at $1,800. But I do think he's going to be the top, like, low price player that's going to be rostered a lot. So, I mean, if you're going for unique lineups, I'd probably stay away from Carlos Hyde. I feel like he's a no-brainer. I feel like Auden Tate is the guy that is really going to bring you uniqueness to your lineup. And not a lot of people are going to take him because a lot of people are going to see that Carlos Hyde at 1,800. They're going to pull the trigger on him, and they're not going to take Auden Tate. And maybe you could take even like a really big risk. Let's just say you're going to go Tyler Boyd, captain, pair him with Burrow. Let's get Chase as well. And then, okay, never mind. I made a mistake in my head. And then we're going to go boom, Auden Tate. So we have 3 pass catchers from Cincy, and then you're going to give me Carlos Hyde on the run game, and then we could say, give me Trevor Lawrence, and hope that he puts up a good amount. So you could go with a crazy lineup like that. You could maybe even go Jamar Chase captain, and then fit in the Tyler Boyd play right there. So there's a bunch of different stuff you could do, taking risks with some of these cheap players, because you got Hyde down there, you got Tate down there, you got Hollister down there. You could take a chance on Arnold. Could take a chance on Dan Arnold. I'm guessing he's not going to play, though. I still haven't seen the updates for practices today. Games tomorrow, so we'll have those final injury designations later in the day today, so we'll really be able to get a grip on who's playing and who's not. If Higgins is out, Boyd, I'd play him. Jamar Chase, I think Jamar Chase is a really good play as well. I like Marvin Jones. Robinson. Cincy defense, I like. I really do like Cincy's defense against Trevor Lawrence. I really like McPherson in there as a cheap player. I don't know. There's so many guys low on this slate who have such high upside, and they're going to win someone this tournament. One of those guys I mentioned is going to be a key in winning some of this tournament. So there's basically the way I'm thinking about this Thursday night game. I'm super excited for it. A lot of people are hating on it, but I think it's going to be a super cool game, and I think that there's definitely a lot of money to be made here. So we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope it helps. Just take everything I said with a grain of salt. Don't like swear by everything that I said. It's just like a little insight on how I'm thinking of it. But hope you guys liked. Make sure you drop a like, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Sub to the channel if you're new. Podcast will be coming out in the next couple of days. Hope you guys are excited for that, and I'll see you in the next one. And thanks for watching.